Hello class, and welcome back to Musology 101, where we discuss all things music. My name is Professor T, and in today's lesson we will be discussing 5 of the worst things that you can eat or drink before a performance or recording session. So, please ready your notebooks and pencils, and let us proceed with the lesson. Alright guys, we're going to kick off this list with something that you probably already know is bad for you, but is sometimes kind of hard to avoid. And that is alcohol. Alright, tell me if this has happened to you before. You've been on stage, absolutely killing it, and you get off to take your mid-set break to find one of your adoring fans is waiting in the wings with a shot or a glass of wine to show you their appreciation. Flattering, right? Or maybe you haven't even gotten to the stage yet and your nerves are starting to get the best of you the closer you get to showtime. So you figured you'll just take a few drinks to loosen up a bit. Well, before you pop that cork or line those shots up with your audience, you may want to reconsider, because alcohol is one of the worst things that you can consume before a show if you're a singer or a performer. Why, you ask? Well, for a few reasons. 1, alcohol can be abrasive against your throat and cause irritation and raspiness that could affect your voice. 2, alcohol is dehydrating, causing the muscles in your throat to constrict and potentially limit your vocal range. 3, have a bit too many and remembering your lyrics may become a little bit more difficult. But it's not like I know about that firsthand or anything. Obviously, the easiest way to avoid this is to just not drink, right? But what if someone insists on buying a drink for you? Well, you can always use the trick that I learned from my stand-up comedian friends and tell the bartender before your show to secretly give you water instead of that shot of tequila that one of your fans bought for you. Or you can just tell your fans that you're going to set the drink aside so that you can enjoy it with them after your set. Either method usually works for me. But don't forget to go back there and claim your real shot of tequila when you're done. You earned it. The next no-no on our list is dairy. And that includes drinks containing milk, as well as yogurt, and foods containing butter, heavy creams, cheeses, or dairy-based sauces. So that means you may want to skip that chicken Alfredo with a side of macaroni and cheese and a tall glass of milk. God, I hope nobody is actually eating that in real life. Aside from that being a nightmare of a dinner selection, it may also wreak havoc on your voice. Dairy is already difficult for the body to break down and can cause acid reflux that creeps up your esophagus and can burn your vocal cords, as well as creating a thick mucus or phlegm that clings to your throat and limits your vocal range and flexibility. That mucus can cause your voice to sound like it's crackling, nasally, or muddled. Not to mention all of the throat clearing and gurgling. Not a good look. Item number 3 in our list is another drink that you should avoid at all costs before a gig or a recording session. And that is our beloved coffee. Well, actually, caffeine in general. So that includes certain teas, soda, and energy drinks too. Just like alcohol, coffee can both dehydrate you as well as irritate your vocal cords. Caffeine is also a stimulant which heightens your fight or flight response and could potentially make you more nervous and jittery. Probably not the best thing to add to your pre-show stage fright. In addition to all of that, it's also a diuretic, which means you're gonna have to use the bathroom a lot. So, between the raspiness, the jittery shaking hands, and having to dart off the stage to go to the restroom throughout your set, you may just want to stick with water. The 4th item in our list of things to avoid isn't actually a food or a drink. It's antihistamines. So, if you're someone who takes allergy medicine, you may want to consider an alternative before your gig. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there's been a bit of a pattern throughout this video. One of the most important things you need to maintain while you sing is a moist throat. Blah! I'm sure that word just made half of you turn the video off. But for those of you who stuck around, let me explain. Antihistamines, like your allergy medicine, are made to dry up the mucus in your body to help relieve congestion. The problem with that is that it also dries up the layer of mucus that protects your vocal cords. Admittedly, this one is a little more difficult to avoid than just not eating dairy. If you find that you are noticing a difference in your voice and you think it may be caused by your allergy medicine, try doing things like washing your sheets more often or getting and frequently using a HEPA filter vacuum cleaner or air purifier. There are also over-the-counter alternatives to the usual antihistamine allergy medications, but since I am not a pharmacist, I'm going to go ahead and let you do the research on that on your own so that you can find what works best for you. Last but not least, the final thing that you should avoid eating is now that I've told you to practically cut out all of your favorite things, I'm sure some of you are thinking, fine, I just won't eat anything then. Don't be dramatic. You definitely should eat something before your show. About 2 hours before your show, to be specific. You want to make sure that you eat a healthy meal far enough in advance of your call time so that you can avoid any digestive issues, while also giving yourself the energy to make it through your set. If you go on stage with an empty stomach, it'll show through your performance quality. You're there to give your audience an engaging show, not stomach growls and low energy. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and if you found any of these tips to be useful, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more music-related content. Also, our website has finally launched. Confetti graphics. So, if you want to be part of this musical community that I'm building, along with being featured in our upcoming musician directory for potential customers to find and hire you, be sure to visit musespecialists.com. The link will be in the description below. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. But until then, go out there and make some beautiful noise.